We'll always be bosom buddies, friends, sisters, and pals. We'll always be bosom buddies. If life should reject you, there's me to protect you.
If I say that your tongue is vicious,
if I call you uncouth,
it's simply that.
Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and tell you the truth?
Well, hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Naughty or Nice.
Nice.
Episode 24.
Episode 24. Who would have ever thought?
Right? And I, as you know, pay no attention to my sexy son in the background. He had to deal with all my aggravation today.
Oh, Lord.
As you all know, I am the naughty Alexis Flame, and my lovely co-hostess, the modest Long Island housewife.
So modest, so modest.
The nice
Toni Homeperm.
She's so nice.
She is just so nice.
Yeah. So she'd like people to believe.
Oh, we already have people commenting. Tim Clem says hello.
Well, hello, and thank you for joining us.
Bob Tiedman says hi there. And Empress Chaletta Divine says hello, dolls. Hello.
Majesty.
Your Majesty. Thank you for joining us. Oh, and remember everyone, just leave a comment and it'll come up on the screen and we can react to it. If you have a question or, just something you want to share.
Oh, questions. You know what we haven't done in a long time?
We haven't done an Ask Alexis, I know.
No, we haven't.
We haven't. Why, do you have your own Ask Alexis?
No, Alexis has a few things she'd like to tell, but tonight she's going to attempt to be
nice. Oh, and Empress Chaletta says we're looking fabulous. What's up? Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you. You always look fabulous.
Nothing else other than my blood pressure, Your Majesty. We're happy that you've come to join us.
Bob Tiedman says you both look wickedly delicious.
Oh well, thank you.
Oh, and Nick Lyon is watching. Your future ex-husband.
Oh yes, my future ex-husband. Oh yes. So by the way, Nikki, the lab results came back. My attorney will be in touch.
Will your attorney be in touch?
Actually, all four of them will be in touch. I have to tell Calvin that he needs to write a letter to Daddy. Oh, by the way, Nikki, I'm having a little dinner get-together tomorrow night, and Jen and Joe will be here along with Wendy and Alan. You went to Rock Bar, you can come to dinner. But I might give you a break on the child support. Might.
Empress Chaletta says she could lower your pressure. I don't know how.
Probably by sticking a pin in.
Yeah.
Kind of like an oversized voodoo doll.
Oh,
nice.
I don't like pins getting too close to me. I'm afraid I might deflate.
I actually opted to wear my natural hair color this evening. Otherwise, I would look too young, and then they might start looking for the parties.
That's true. Empress Chaletta says not a pin, and Revy from the Imperial Court says you ladies look absolutely stunning. Thank you so much.
Yes, and Revy, as a matter of fact, before we go on, I just want to bring up, thank you, Revy.
Thank you.
I just want to bring up that I Her Royal Highness Princess Royale Alexis Blaine, and Her Excellency the Baroness Toni Holmberg.
Viscountess.
Oh,
Viscountess.
Viscountess, I'm
Viscountess.
so
Now
sorry.
I went up one.
And Her Excellency Viscountess Toni Holmberg and I will be appearing in the Imperial Court of New York's Ballads from the Boudoir this Saturday. Tony,
April 3rd.
April 3rd, this Saturday. Do you know what time, though, dear?
I have it as 8 o'clock.
Oh, 8 o'clock. Excellent.
I have 8 o'clock. Yes, 8 p.m.
Yes, we're doing this to raise money for a good cause for Hudson Pride.
Hudson Pride, yes.
So do please join us. And there's some at least I know I didn't see the whole thing, but there's some amazing custom earrings that they're giving up for raffle. Oh, they're just breathtaking.
Oh, Revy said it's 7. I'm sorry, I had the wrong time. 7 p.m., not 8.
Thank you, Revy.
Thank you. And Lady LaBelle says hello.
Hello, LaBelle.
Hello, Lady LaBelle.
So, now, mind you, it's apropos, being April Fool's Day, that we bring back my handsome friend.
Not a son?
No, not this week.
Not this week. Oh.
The ultimate April Fool. Please welcome the handsome and the cripplingly funny Mike Cotayo, comedian, who's going to explain to us just why laughter really is the best medicine.
And without any further ado,
give it up for Mike Cotayo!
Mike Cotayo! Hello, Mike.
Hey, how are you guys?
How are great.
Hey, how are you, honey?
I'm great. Good. I'm good. It's been a long day.
I know, Mike. We're sorry we had some technical difficulties. We got off to a little bit of a late start.
Oh,
but
didn't we well, I had the technical difficulties.
Well, I was trying to be nice.
And I appreciate that. But it's going to get to the point very soon where I lose the ability to be nice. And I'm just going to have to be myself.
Oh, well, you have to do what you have to do.
At which point, the world will have said Beetlejuice 3 times. So now, Mike, again, honey, thank you for visiting us again.
Yes, thank you for making a return appearance.
Oh, well,
Thank you for having me.
Now, Mike, first off, how was the launch today?
The launch was April Fool's.
April Fool's, it's tomorrow.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Although, what the hell do we have him on for?
I know. Let me get back to the green room.
I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, okay, come back here.
Come back here.
Don't make me chase you.
Oh, one of your kids is watching. Mike Flame says that you look great, Alexis.
Oh, thank you. I know everyone's been telling me that I look younger and younger every episode.
I know.
It's amazing.
However, I hear the neighbors talking about the paper boy is missing.
Not missing, but it's the weirdest thing. He was like...
Mother went into his room and found this old man.
He was like 20 years old when he went in, and when he came out, and he was about 90, and he had a walker.
Mental note to self, never commit a crime with Toni Holmberg.
Yeah, she's a real blabbermouth.
She's a blabbermouth.
Blabbermouth.
It never fails. I mean, I try to be the gracious hostess.
She tries.
Every time I try to invite somebody to dinner, I can always count on Toni Holmberg to go, it's a trap!
It's a trap! I'm like General Akbar. It's a trap!
Oh, by the way, Toni.
Yes.
Tomorrow night's menu includes collard greens.
Oh, collard green. You know they're my kryptonite, and they're green too. They're green like kryptonite.
Why don't you pass by and pick some up?
Oh, I wish I could. It's funny. I was at the supermarket today and I saw collard greens, and I was like, should I get them? But I'm like, no, I already had other things that I'm making. So,
Mike, you're my witness. When I invite her, she's got nothing to say. Now watch this. Mike, would you like to join us for dinner tomorrow night?
I
It's a
would
trap!
love to.
It's a trap!
What a sexy trap it will be.
Well, actually, I mean, I have a large
Uh,
enough table if you and your wife would like to come to Queens to dinner tomorrow.
Thank you. Let me talk to her.
Talk to her. You still have my phone number, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent.
oh, Bob Tiedman says that Toni is looking red hot. I guess it's the red hair.
Yeah, she's got that whole Pig Bundy thing going on tonight.
Ow!
Right?
Ow!
Whereas
Her
I'm giving you
career is back on track.
whereas I'm giving you a rather glamorous version of Medea. So, all right. Well, anyway, so
Anywho,
we're off by a day. So be it.
so be it.
Actually,
Whatever.
Tony and I have been known to be off by more than merely a day.
More than just a day.
Oh, more than just one. But Michael, again, because it was still in the last minute planning process, I think you were getting odds and ends together. But since the launch is tomorrow, why don't we revisit just what funnyshrinkuniversity.com is and what it is for? Because it's a great new resource that Mike has founded.
Awesome.
What's in Hens?
Yeah, we're putting together a program for healthcare providers to learn how to use humor with their patients so that they're not so boring and annoying to deal with. Like I have a lot of people I know who say they hate going to doctors or therapists because they don't enjoy it, and you too, if you could put in just a little bit of humor, people would like being there. I'm a psychotherapist. I'm a social worker and I work as a psychotherapist, and
I'm just a psycho.
yes, I know.
Oh, that drag queen's a psycho, a little bit psycho.
And so that's what I've been doing most of my life. Like I've been making people laugh and be comfortable. So that's why not do it with therapy?
They say laughter is the best medicine.
It is, right?
Well, truth be known, Mike, the last time we worked together, you made me rather uncomfortable in my pantyhose.
Ah,
I didn't think it was uncomfortable.
But not in a bad way, mind you.
not in a bad way.
All right, but no. So, Mike, so what you're telling us is that you're basically now this is to teach the home attendants or the caregivers
The not really.
things with humor.
Yeah, not real. We're not really marketing to home attendants yet, but that will, I think in the next year, that would be something that would be awesome. Like, my vision for this is that it will be for everybody eventually. Like, I'm starting because I think the healthcare workers need it more than anyone else.
Well, I'm glad you said for everybody, because here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whereas me, and I've, like you, done stand-up and whatnot, I'm just not always very cheery on my own time. But now, as you know, I am, we'll just say, not that young a lady anymore. And even though I don't utilize it as of yet, I am eligible to have an aide come in a couple of times a week.
Mm-hmm.
The problem being, I don't like strangers in my house. Not only the stigma of disability, because I'm a sore loser, I still have to prove to myself on a daily basis that I can still do things for myself despite the aches and pains.
Right.
I just, as an entertainer dealing with strangers, that's one thing. I'm on stage, I'm in a social setting. That's when being gracious is fun. But if it's not somebody I don't know, I find it I just don't like strangers in my home.
Exactly.
Even if they're there to help, I find myself very short-tempered, very irritable, I dare say irate. And if they're coming here to help me, they don't deserve that crap. but it's just I'm wired that way. So will there also be some type of program to possibly help people like me on the other side? It's like, okay, you need the help. Okay, stop being such an old crank and let people help you.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. That's on my vision board for like what happens next year, like creating a
Well,
program for people.
I would like to think that's because I mentioned it the last time.
Actually, I wish I could give you credit, but I came up with that like 6 months ago, and
Well, then that's all the better.
the
Actually,
person who was helping me goes, "You have a lot of ideas. Put that down on a piece of paper, and just stay focused." Because
well, that's why I was so adamant, and Tony was on board. Because you led us both to believe that today was going to be the launch.
I thought it was too.
believe that.
Pardon me?
I led myself to believe that too.
Oh well. See, shame on you, you bad boy.
Yeah, I need to be punished.
Well, we know who can help with that.
Yeah.
Be careful. She owns whips, Mike.
Oh yes, and riding crops, and handcuffs, and gas, all kinds of
Don't
restraints.
threaten me with a good time.
You know what? Seriously, I dare you now. You know what? You got to run out to the store for a little while. Do it. Do it now. Oh, and by the way, because she's only going to say it anyway, it is indeed a trap.
A trap.
I got that. I got it.
Well,
I'm not looking to steal you from your wife.
no.
We'll just say when you get home, you'll be, how can we say, somewhat more adventurous and experienced.
Oh, I thought he'd be more malleable.
Oh, well, that goes without saying.
Without saying.
Tender.
He'll be tenderized.
Tenderized.
Oh, look at that.
She's listening in the other room. I'm gonna be in trouble.
She's all for it.
Words. That's why my ears are ringing. And after this podcast, he's the mayor of Shitsville.
You know, the reason April 1st was such an important day for me to launch is it's the day we started dating 4 years ago. So it's
so sweet. An homage to your engagement.
yeah. Like it was really special to me. And so we've been friends for like 12 years or something. So it was a long time in the making.
Aw. I love stories like that.
Right? It's great.
Well, actually, we can do a little preview of your website, Mike. I'm gonna make us a little bit smaller, and I'm gonna bring the page up just so everyone can get a
smaller. Do you know how much money it costs to get this big? Actually, you do.
I know exactly how much.
I had my boobs done on Amazon.com.
Let's see. There we go. See how we put the fun into learning. Live, laugh, learn, where the eat, pray, love of continuing education. And they also have your little the email support@funnyshrinkuniversity.com. So I guess people can will be able to click on that, Mike, and contact you directly.
Yes.
Okay. And
if I can interject, I mean, and I cannot speak per se for the organization, but Mike, as you know, Tony and I are members of the Imperial Court of New York, which is a 501c3. We're a charity that, through entertainment and love, raises money for other charities. By any chance, this way it gives me something to present to our board for the future. By any chance, will FunnyShrink.university.com become a nonprofit organization?
I that's in the word. That's in the plans, but I'm not there yet.
I just thought I would ask.
Yeah,
Because
that's
what you're doing is a cause that Tony and I believe in like 300%, don't we, Tony?
Absolutely.
that's great. Thank you, guys.
Don't thank me. Come and visit. Now, anyhow.
I I am gonna get in so much trouble after this. I love it.
I'm
Maybe
okay
I'll
with
get a
that.
spanking at home.
I'm okay with that. Well, if you really want to get in trouble, have her call me and I'll tell her about the night we performed together.
I told her as soon as I got back to my office, I was like, listen to what happened.
Oh, seriously, you had to be there. And I'm like, and I'm trying to, like, conceal him with my clipboard, and he just steps out from behind it.
I'm
He has,
not shy.
has my sense of modesty. None.
I'm not shy.
Oh, and in case anyone's wondering, we're going to be really tacky, or I am. Mike's not the guy you make fun of in the locker room. But then again, anyone who was at Stonewall that night knows that, don't they, Mike?
They do, I guess. Yeah.
I love it. I need lipstick, nail polish, and possibly a pair of pumps to shade a red he's turning right now.
He doesn't look like he's turning red.
I got a little sunburn the other day. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
This is my natural glow, ladies.
And did I mention that I'm sweet 16 and never been kissed?
Oh. Are you okay? Are you okay, Miss Stone?
I'm sorry. I just found that hard to swallow.
That's the first I've heard of you having that problem. I didn't forget your breakfast. I didn't bring your breakfast. But you didn't eat your dinner.
Oh, Lord.
Mrs. Cotayo, it's all in good fun. I'm just giving your husband a hard way to go.
Rebby's telling me to breathe. That's okay, Rebby. It's okay. I can breathe.
That's the beautiful thing about creatures like me. Who needs oxygen? I have cosmetics.
It's like with our corsets. I mean, breathing really is overrated. Who really,
Well, that's like when you do, and it's always true for, like, say, leather pants and whatnot. But here's the deal: if you do, really, is he? Really?
He's in the same room. He's in the same room and he's commenting. The nerve.
I
tell you what I tell my cat. I don't like you.
That's good advice, Izzy. That's good advice.
I wouldn't want that nerve in my tooth.
You might want to quit while you think you're ahead. You're just making it too easy. And he does stand up. The jokes just write themselves. Now, what was I? I was about to say something before I so rudely interrupted. No, but seriously, so basically, this is, like I said in the advertisement that I posted, it was either last night or this morning, and that basically what you're here to show us, Mike, is for some degree, laughter really is the best medicine.
Right. I believe it. And, I work with a lot of people who've been traumatized, who've had sexual abuse issues, really terrible things happen to them. And the reason we do such great work together is that I'm able to help them laugh with their pain and not always dive so deep that they can't get better. That's one of the things I want to teach people, is how to use humor intentionally to help people heal. I think that's the most important thing.
That's a beautiful sentiment, but as somebody who's done stand-up themselves, also the sad reality is the sacrifice that comedians make for their audience, and in Michael's case, for the greater good. I mean, Mike, you're a rare exception, and once again, on behalf of Tony and myself, congratulations on your recent marriage to you and your wife. But Mike can back me up on this. Ironically enough, most comedians are not very happy people.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I like my wife
Look at me. Anyway,
before we started dating. She didn't know the dark side of me. She doesn't know that there are days when I get so depressed I don't want to be around anyone or bothered, and nothing she could do to could make me laugh like
see,
that.
and people don't understand that because they feel that, you make them laugh all the time. And then if they see you're having an off day, they just want to return the favor.
Right,
And people like us get left like, we appreciate it, but you can't help. It just has to pass. And
right.
people don't get that. And it's a sad reality. But you know what? But also, you'd be surprised how strong and resilient comedians and many other entertainers really are.
Very true.
And but no, but Mike, once again, I mean, I'm actually in awe of what you and funnyshrinkuniversity.com are setting out to do. I think what you're doing is actually, I can't even begin to describe how
Thank,
well overdue I think such a project is.
thank you so
And
much.
how genius I think it is.
And like to all your viewers, if you have suggestions, reach out to me. I would love to incorporate that into my work somehow. Like people or for home attendants or for regular people who just need to laugh, you know.
Speaking of which, when you say that, because it's funny, Tony and I were talking that we haven't had an Ask Alexis in a while.
True.
Will there be like a way, maybe if not now in the future, with this resource, that either people who are giving home care or people in need of home care can call for advice?
Not right now, but that's a great idea, and I'll start to work with my team about how to implement that in the future.
I mean, I'm not saying something as ornate as, like, say, a suicide prevention line, which is also very important, but just, let's say, okay, giving an example, okay, I break down, I finally try to have a aid come in.
Hmm.
I'm not trying to give this person attitude when they're only here to help me. It's just what I do, sadly. I
Right.
mean, like, say, so someone like me can call and say, okay, how do I graciously accept this help that I need and stop being such an ass? I mean, because, it might not just be the caregiver that needs help or needs the advice on how to temper the day with humor. It could be the person in need of care who
E-
needs to be able to do just the same thing.
Exactly.
Because you
That,
got to understand, especially comedy, it's a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways. You get and you have to give back.
for sure. And that's part of it. I have a friend right now who's going through such heartache and drama because she can't find adequate care, adequate help for what she needs, and that's
Mm.
one of the hardest things. And she gets frustrated, and what do you do with that frustration? Like, and let me ask you, how could you turn your frustration around? Like, what are some things you've used in the past?
Oh well, the pandemic helped, but my aggression, my frustration,
Hmm.
as of late, I've started creating rhinestone jewelry as opposed to buying it. Years ago, I was an antique dealer. I started refreshing my skills, repairing and restoring antique furniture. I started delving into becoming a horologist. Get your minds out of the gutter, kids. A horologist. Tony. A
The
hor-
science of horse. That's awesome. I didn't know there was such a thing.
No, that's what that's that the term for that is drag queen.
term for that is modest Long Island housewife. A horologist is somebody who repairs, rebuilds. A horologist is a clockmaker.
Mhm.
Okay.
Actually, what I'd really love to learn how to do, and here's some historical trivia for you. Years ago, usually only to the very wealthy or royalty, there were these very special toys. And the name Drosselmeyer comes to mind. Drosselmeyer was the godfather of the little girl in the Nutcracker. Years ago, there were automatons,
Mm.
which basically was usually the combined effort of not only a most sought after toy maker, but also the most sought after and skilled watchmaker.
Hmm.
Automatons are very ornate toys, or at least to me they're toys, that are operated by very exquisite clockwork. I was just with a girlfriend of mine sharing a video of one, a life-size silver swan, that actually it's about as big as a real swan, and it moves like one. And the water, or the rippling water on which it sits, are spiral glass rods turned by clockwork. It's
Hmm.
really fascinating. But I don't think I'd have the patience to repair one, let alone build
Oh
one.
my lord.
Oh no.
I mean, it is challenging doing the working on the antique clocks, but something like an automaton. I mean, I'm still my chime clocks in the living room. I've tuned them up and I maintain them. But a friend of mine not too long ago gave me an old cuckoo clock that I'm just stuck on one little thing,
Hmm.
which I fear. I've even reconstructed the bellows, the little things that make the clock. Where? Oh, just a moment. Um. Oh yes. I mean, I've started repairing it. Now, when the clock makes the noise, there's two wooden whistles with a little bellows on top,
Oh,
That's
and
cool.
and two of these are what make that cuckoo
the
noise.
cuckoo.
That
It's
is a really good
I loved as a child, but now that I'm
that
yeah,
is a really bad rape whistle. It's you have to really bad. Like there's danger there. Like that won't scare anyone.
well, where's the other one?
It's the cuckoo. That's the one tone. So that's interesting. So each it's two separate things. One makes the one coup and the other makes the other coup.
That's awesome. I love
Look
those
at
things.
that. Who knew?
I'm playing with my. We're gonna be in Facebook jail tomorrow, Tony.
Oh well.
Do they monitor these things?
I don't know.
Look, they probably do because I could
I'm
have
sure
made
they do.
$500 during one of our last shows. But Tony would have killed me.
I would have killed.
Well, I really can't be killed. I can only be destroyed.
Oh, Kevin Walsh says great discussion tonight. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Thank
Kevin.
you.
Kevin. And
But no, but see, yeah, but the not so much the bellows, and I know how to put all that crap back together. But there's a small gear driven by one of the weights because the cuckoo clock, like my grandfather clock, you don't wind it per se. There's no key. It's chain driven. It's driven by weights on chains. And there's this one sprocket that for some reason doesn't seem to hold. And it's irritating the hell out of me because I've already printed out all the necessary schematics. I know I'm actually going to have to put down a very bright light, and I'm actually going to have to take apart and reconstruct that particular gear,
Hmm.
which is a pain in the ass when you have inch-long talons.
Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, the better to claw my prey.
Oh, my goodness.
Goodness has nothing to do with it, Tony.
I know it doesn't.
Oh, by the way, Tony,
Yes.
I heard there was a nice old lady circulating your neighborhood
Mm-hmm.
offering modest housewives shiny red apple.
Oh, is there?
Let me know, let me know if
Oh,
it gets to your
I've sworn off apples.
Really?
Yes.
Well, if you play your cards
Uh,
right, perhaps another nice old lady will be circling your neighborhood, giving out lush emerald green.
now her I'd invite in. I say,
Well,
bitch, get in.
remember
What do you
one
got?
thing. Remember one thing, Tony. If she has fangs, she can only come in if you invite her.
If I invite her, I know.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You made the mistake by inviting me
uh,
into your house.
I know. I know. Can't revoke it now.
No, see, that's it. No bats, no bats, no penny tax.
You guys are a mess. I love it.
We are a mess.
Oh, we really are.
We really
But
are.
we're such a glamorous man.
But a glamorous mess. Now,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
things are starting to open up slowly, slowly.
Mhm.
You have any? Do you have any? Live gigs happening yet, or?
Oh, not yet. I did earlier in the beginning of the year. I did two shows in a strip club in Hackensack.
Mhm.
The first one was
Strip
fine.
show at Stonewall.
I wasn't stripping this time. And
Sure, you weren't.
the second one, there were too many people all clammed together, like
Oh,
boobs and ass and face, and I was just like, I can't
mm.
go out if this is going to be it every time. So
Yeah, no.
Actually, it's funny you said because as things open up in the near future, Tony and I will probably be working on an event for the Imperial Court of New York, and we'd be honored if you would come in, if you would join us and give us a brief monologue once we get all the particulars.
I would love that. Thank you, guys.
Well, as it gets to that time, because some old lady's technical difficulties put us behind schedule.
Just a wee bit.
Tony, how could you? No. So,
Okay, sure.
Izzy, go tell James I need his car keys. No, no, no. Sit down.
Sit down, Izzy.
Oh,
Sweetie.
So
Oh.
we wrap it up
Uh,
because I do believe I have an interview with Jim Silvestri this evening.
oh, nice.
Ooh.
Before we wrap it up, first things first,
Mhm.
you have to give our viewers the entire skinny on funnyshrinkuniversity.com, and then we need to know every place we can find Mike Cotayo, comedian, on social media.
Okay.
Go.
Go. So Funny Shrink Universe.
Hey, take your clothes off while you tell us.
No, stop.
Stop it.
Stop.
It's just a shirt, ladies. Calm down.
He didn't stop
I know he
the
didn't.
shirt.
I know.
I mean, I don't know who that old tag was that auctioned off his undies,
I never got them back. I never got.
He got everything back but his underwear.
Right. Good
You
time.
can't make this shit up. You really can't.
Good times.
No.
So
Funny Shrink University.
University.com.
Where it's going to be great. We offer a 5-module course for healthcare professionals that I teach. And then starting in June, we're going to have guest speakers come in. There will be the first one is a friend of mine who's going to be talking about suicide. He's a stand-up comedian. And we'll have other people coming in to talk about borderline personality disorder, eating disorders. We're really diving into helping people learn how to deal with hard problems through laughter. And so it's going to be cool. It's going to be good. It's going to be cool.
Mike, I can't even begin to tell you, and I hope I'm speaking for Toni as well as myself. I can't even begin to tell you how beyond amazing we think this is.
Thank you, guys.
Definitely.
And it's something that really is needed. Mm-hmm. Not just by the caregivers, by the recipients too.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're going to ask you back periodically to update us on the progress of this amazing project you've set out to do.
I would love that, you guys. I would love that.
So glad. Thank you so much.
And now, where can they find Mike?
Social media.
On social media.
Mike Cotayo Comedian on Facebook.
Oh, I pronounced his name right.
You did. Thank you.
I was on a podcast earlier today and they got the name right. I was shocked. When I was a kid.
Cotayo. Cotayo.
Yeah. People have a hard time with it. When I was a kid, someone called the house and asked for Mr. Coyote.
Well, actually, when Mike and I met, it was an event that I organized for my son, Mike Westneck, Mickey Carpathio. And I'm known to drink socially. So you thought very loud, Toni. I heard that. You seem to forget I have certain gifts. Oh, and by the way, turning the lights off tonight, that ain't gonna help. I can see in the dark.
Look how long my straw is, you guys.
Oh, is that one of those metal straws?
I saw how long your straw is, Mike.
She measured.
So did all of Stonewall. But I wasn't wearing my glasses because the contact prescription I had at the time was good for putting my makeup on, but not for reading. Now I can do both. But I had pronounced it Mike Cotayo. No, it is Cotayo.
Yes. Cotayo.
How did I pronounce it? Mike Cotayo. And he's like, that's close enough. I'm like, no. When I MC, I MC. I want to know how to properly pronounce your name. And then I actually put my glasses on. I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But no, but I had said Mike Cotayo, I think.
Well, that is actually how we say it, too.
What?
It's used interchangeably. My dad's from Cuba, so Cotayo is how they say it. But the
Americanized is Cotayo. Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, so if I said Cotayo, I'd still be right.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Who knew?
You're right both ways.
Who knew? He's versatile.
You would know about both ways,
yes,
wouldn't
you?
I am. But I can see it now. Mike's going to be like, I ain't working with that old hag anymore.
I love it.
Yeah, but I don't want to get you in trouble with your wife.
No.
Who the hell am I bullshitting? Let him have it, girl. Mike, on behalf of Toni and I, thank you so much for joining us. And please keep up with this amazing project and resource that you're working with. And like I said, we will be asking you back every couple of months to get updates because this is just unthinkably fabulous what you're doing.
Thank you, ladies.
It really is.
Your support.
And we wish you all the best and all the luck with funnyshrinkuniversity.com.
Oh, and since you're already in trouble and your wife is in the other room listening, the other reason we're gonna have you back every other month, every couple of months, is because you're not too terribly hard to look at.
That's true.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Hi, Candy. Well, Mike, thanks again for joining us. Good night.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Oh,
Good
and
night.
ask her about coming out to Queens for dinner tomorrow night.
I will.
Mwah. Good night, Mike. Thanks again.
Good night, guys.
Bye-bye. Oh, what a wonderful guy.
He really does. But actually, I've talked to Mike on numerous occasions. He's as sweet and kind as he is funny.
Mm-hmm.
And check him out on YouTube, because if you haven't, because of the disability, and the best comics are the ones that can make fun of himself. His production company is Short Fuss Productions, and I had referred to him as cripplingly funny, which I actually stole from him.
Oh,
He really is. I'm watching videos. I'm like, oh, now where the hell do I find sequin depends at this hour? I mean, the young man really is hilarious. He really is. And I may be a cantankerous old bitch, but having done stand-up myself, I still have to admit it is true that laughter can be the best medicine. And
very true.
And what he is setting out to do, I don't know how successful it's going to be, how soon, but I can tell you that I can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
What he's setting out to do is going to be beyond a godsend for so many people.
Absolutely.
And that's just it, because, like I said, a lot of comedians are not very happy people at all.
No, look how many have, OD'd.
I'm not going to go there because
No.
I started tonight in an evil enough movie.
I know, but it's true. I mean, you look at people like John Belushi and who is the one from Saturday Night Live?
John Candy, Robin Williams.
Yeah, I mean, it's
as of late, the only thing stopping me from going on a 10-state killing spree is because I have to pack.
Yeah, and or you have to move the cat. I mean,
yeah, but even on a killing spree, I dress a certain way. Okay, and can you imagine 6 to 8 suitcases full of crap adorned with glass beads?
Too much work. Too much work.
I would have to hire a moving company, and they'd all be accomplices.
Exactly. It's just not practical.
It's not going to work.
It's just not practical.
What do you think of my hair tonight? Your husband
I love it.
Your husband did an amazing job on this.
He really did.
You have to understand, I got this hair from my fabulous cousin, Vanessa Valtre.
Mm-hmm.
But when she gave it to me, it had just the right amount of black, dark gray, and light gray into silver that I want. Mm-hmm. This is actually the color scheme that I wanted Frank to do for me for last year's Night of 1,000 Gowns. However, I failed to make that clear. But you know what? Things happen for a reason, because what he did do looked amazing on me regardless.
It did.
Oh, it really did. And not for nothing, everybody looks amazing in a Wig Wizard wig. And Frank Bakari is the Wig Wizard.
This is true.
But, no, but seriously, this wig, when Vanessa gave it to me, it was cute, but it was like not an afro. It was poodle curls.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, those factory set curls. Yeah, no.
And I could have gotten it pinned straight, but that would have taken like 3 or 4 more passes.
Yeah,
because I had to do it usually I just in big sections, but this one I actually had to do in smaller sections.
Mm-hmm.
But I got it out. I straightened it to the point of, I'd say, a wave. Like a tight, but not quite a perm,
Hmm.
overly tight body wave.
Yes, yes.
And then Frank was able to work with it from there. And this is just everything.
Fabulous.
I'm actually, because anyone who follows me on Facebook, I've actually recently lost a significant amount of weight. And in addition to Diana Ross, I was also known to impersonate Tina Turner. Well, and my legs are indeed legendary. But now that I can cross them again, no, I mean, oh, yeah, you can't see. But I'm not talking, okay, I'm not talking your knee over your ankle. I mean, they're really crossed like a lady. One knee directly over the other. I have not been able to do that in over 8 years. This is the first time in over 8 years that I have weighed less than 200 pounds.
Hmm.
I think my second to last Noble show, I was 280. I was almost 300
Wow.
pounds.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's why your husband nearly wet himself when at a court event. I said, in just 10 years, I went from Diana Ross to Lainey Kazan. I still have Lainey's boobies, though.
Yes. Fortunately.
Hey, I paid for them. Alexis, are those your breasts? Yeah, just like the hair and the eyelashes. They're mine. I got
Course.
receipts.
I got the receipts. I paid for them.
Exactly.
I paid for them. They're mine.
No, but Frank did an amazing job on this. But
Yes, he
no,
did.
because I had asked him to do for me not the classic Tina Turner hair, but the 90s Tina, like when she recorded Simply the Best. I want that one. And he said,
Well,
oh,
he got the wig today, so he's going to start working on it.
he's starting with an actual Tina Turner wig, yes?
Yes.
That's where I think, and Frank Samia, I'm going to be very vulgar right now. Tony's like, no.
No. Really?
I have seen her husband, Frank Bakari, the wig wizard, and I gave him at least two of them. I have seen her husband take wigs that looked like deep fried cubes
Yes.
and turn them into the most fabulous, silky smooth bouffants.
It's
But
true.
the thing is, for the style that I actually want, and he probably could do it with a regular Tina Turner wig, but I'm thinking what I want to get is I want to see if I can get this wig in like the dark rooted blonde and straighten it to the same point, well, maybe just a little bit smoother. And he gagged when he saw how smooth I got
He
this.
did. He did.
Maybe a little bit smoother, but this is a very dense wig. He was impressed by that.
Yeah.
He was even more impressed when I told him what it cost. But yeah, this wasn't an expensive one, but thanks to Frank Bakari, it looks very.
It looks it. That's all that matters.
Oh, it does. That's why I laugh at these girls. Oh, I won't touch a wig that costs under $200. I'm like, then why do you make it look like it only costs 10? Yeah, I'm not a very nice lady.
That wasn't very nice.
It wasn't very.
Nice.
No, what it was so nice.
So nice. Now, Alexis, we want to let everyone know we're back again next Thursday because this was a special episode.
Oh, yes, it was. This was a special episode.
We have a very special
to get the tea on Funny String
University. Yes.
But are you ever in for a special treat?
Special treat.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
How many of you out there are familiar with former Miss Long Island and two-time Empress of the Imperial Court of New York and Madonna impersonator par excellence, the lovely Madison Mansfield?
Madison Mansfield,
she
yes.
happens to be a dear friend of both of ours. And you might remember, as of late, she was doing this little podcast called Messy with Madison,
Hmm.
where all the tea was spilled.
All the tea.
Oh, that's so.
So nice. We love spill. We love when tea is spilled.
That's why I'm trying so hard to be nice.
Nice.
Because I have enough spillable tea right now to fill about 8 to 10 Olympic-sized swimming pools. The only thing stopping me? Oh, I'm not afraid. Oh, I'm the one people should be afraid of. The only thing stopping me is I refuse to give people I don't like any free publicity.
I don't. Yes, don't blame you.
And if
Don't
I
blame
did
you.
like them and they screwed me over, well, put it this way. It's just unfortunate when people mistake your kindness for weakness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when that happens to me, the irony is they mistake my kindness for weakness, and then they come to find out weakness is not what they remember about me.
Nope.
But never mind me.
Never mind.
Thursday coming up.
Next Thursday,
Yeah, yes, next Thursday. That is,
the 8th,
thank you, April 8th.
April 8th.
We are going to have the most fabulous Naughty or Nice.
That's gonna be a heck of a kiki. That is gonna be one heck of a kiki.
Everybody, have your cocktails ready.
Have them ready.
To be a Naughty or Nice Messy with Madison crossover.
I think we need to.
Oh, and by the way, Queens, as we go through the tea aisle, if you think we're talking about you, we just might be.
Just might. I think the library will be open that
by
night.
the same token, you have to look at who we are and ask yourself, do you really rate that high that we would talk about you on a podcast? Just food for thought. And oh, wait, I'm sorry. That just wasn't very
nice.
No, but seriously, all joking and shade aside, this is going to be a great episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's just simply going to be a lot of fun. Because
simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Each time you leave me, I start losing control. You're walking away with... Wait, I don't have a heart or a soul. That's unfortunate. No, but also Madison is also an activist and humanitarian because I had previously mentioned our titles and that Toni and I are members of the Imperial Court of New York. But when I say two-time Empress, if I'm not mistaken, Madison was Empress 29 and yes, Empress 29 and 31.
Mm-hmm.
She had reigned almost back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Madison Mansfield is a two-time Empress of the Imperial Court of New York. And if there's a good cause, trust and believe if she's not performing in it, she's still supporting it. That's the type of person she is. And we are both proud to call her our friend.
Absolutely.
So tune in because it's going to be surreal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be shady, but it's going to be so much fun.
It is. I can't wait.
Because we are going to be both naughty and
probably. I think that the scales may tip a little more towards naughty.
Well, you know what? That depends on what your definition is. Because if you speak fluent gay, I do, you can be nice or you can be
nice. So true.
And if you really know what's up, there is nothing nice about it.
True.
Oh, so back to my hair. I hope Tom Cat is watching.
I don't know if she is.
This is so disco mod. This is like
Disco Maud.
this is like B. Arthur goes to Studio 54.
Did she? Did she?
Actually, yes, she did.
I'm not surprised. Well, she loved the gays.
Oh no, but I was like, I'd like to say diva, but in reality, I was furniture at Studio 54.
Oh Lord.
And the Red Parrot. Well, actually, I was a monthly feature at the Red Parrot.
Mhm.
But no, we lived for B. Arthur. But again, everybody, on behalf of Tony and I, we would like to thank you in for once again joining us for Naughty or
Nice.
and
And don't forget, they can all catch us both. We're both performing. We have performance videos that are going to be shown Saturday, April 3rd, 7 p.m. For the Imperial Court of New York's Ballads from the Boudoir, when music touches your soul. So,
and it's not a trap.
no. And it's a fundraiser for Hudson Pride, a great organization.
So we'd really appreciate it if you joined us for that too this coming Saturday evening at 7 p.m. And you'll see numbers from your hostesses with the mostest, the naughty Alexis Flame and the
Nice. Tony Home Firm.
So until a week from tonight, when we are joined by none other than Her Majesty, the magnificent Madison Mansfield, this is Alexis Flame saying, naughty nightmares. Thanks again.
Good night, everyone. We'll see you in 1 week.
We certainly will. Oh, and have your cocktails ready.
Have them ready. Keep them on hand with backups.
Oh, hell yeah. Lots of backups. Have the liquor store on speed dial like I do.
Yes. Good night, everyone.
Good night.